Hey, how are you guys? Welcome to a Saturday morning. It's not very normal, but hey, today I decided to make this video, this live, this tutorial, because yesterday I saw the updates. I tried to update iCloud 8, 8.5, and the truth is that I was messing with it a little, trying to understand a little what update it is and what this update is focused on. And the truth is that I really liked it because it is the theme of interaction with objects. To see one thing, interaction with the pros. This has been in iCloud for many years otherwise, but it has been in iCloud for a long time. There were already some iPros that had this before, or for example, a can. I remember that it was a can, there was a door, that you had a character, and it seems to me that version 4 or version 3 was already there. It is worth iCloud 3 and iCloud 4. There were already some pros that had interaction. That is, you had a character in the scene and a door, for example, and you told that door to open the door, and the character went and opened the door. This is no longer what happens. They have modified it a lot because they have put the menu on this radio, which is amazing. Looks like he's playing and creating. You can create animations. It's something that I really liked because it's about interacting within the software as if you were playing an engine within a video game and you create animations. Okay? Then once you've created those animations, you can record them. If you liked how they turned out, you can record them and create an animation, a timeline with their animation, and then we can perfect, modify, smooth that animation within iCloud. In the curve editor, we can retouch all that type of animation. Don't be alarmed because I know that many people are going to say, okay, he does animations, but the animations he does or the interactions he does are not professional. They are not professional depending on what we want it for. Okay? There will be animations that come out around. There will be animations that don't have to be retouched, but all animations have to be retouched. In other words, even if you have a workout suit, you also have to touch it up and remove some of the peaks that it has. What generates the animation? It's worth the capture suit, the interference stuff. This type of interference is then translated into the animation to peaks. Is everything okay? Do you have to polish it a little and soften it? Is this type of animation worth it? I say this because I think there will be a lot of people are going to say, wow, well, this is crude animation, animations that are not, but hey, they can take you. To create a project of, for example, archive, and you want to have an interaction with the characters and scenes within your project. For example, go to a machine, open a door to a vending machine to take out a can. I think these types of animations are very good for the archive theme, or I don't know, for creating any film project as well. I mean, we're going to have a lot of interactions and a lot of animations. Within iCloud 8.5 and everything comes up within Motion Director. It's worth what the Motion Director app is. The truth is that I liked it, but I've already done this. I've remembered it. I say, this is old, huh? This is not from now. iCloud already did this. That is, it did it a long time ago in version 3.4. You had, I'm telling you, objects that had interaction with the characters within the scene, huh? I mean, it's not a new thing. The only thing that has happened is that they have modified it. They have made it more interactive, more intuitive, because they have created it like a kind of video game in which you can record the scenes and then create your video clip or create your movie scene with that animation or with that scene we are going to see. Let's see it. Today we are going to see a first part. We are not going to get too involved because I think this is long and extensive because there are many factors that have to be retouched a little. You have to see, you have to study, and I also have to study it to be able to show it to you. but this video is also going to help me learn. It's worth learning because I already see this there, that a little after working. After finishing working, I touched a little. Today, I said to make this video, although I have to do some work today and finish it. But hey, I say I'm going to make this video to be a little updated with you and with the channel, because I know that I have it a little abandoned, quite abandoned, not a little, quite abandoned. And well, it was for work reasons, okay? It was because I had a lot of work, a lot of pages this summer. And the truth is that I haven't been able to make videos, okay? But today I'm going to make this video because the 8.5 update deserves it. And maybe I will encourage myself and do another tutorial on the cartoon animator update that I also love. I mean, the cartoon animator is even going to serve me. I had never used cardboard food, very little. I have used it in my projects, but now I am going to use it with this type of animations that with the mouse you can move your character and animate it, or an object animate it. The truth is that it is intuitive. It is intuitive. I think I'm going to use it rather. Let's go see the update. Well, here I have to say something. I updated at 8:05 yesterday. H, okay. Also, I'm going to my products now, and I have 8:05. H, I have already updated, you see. And the character creator, 4.5. Well, today I skipped this alarm in the Reolution Hub. I skipped this update. iCloud 8.5. 3. I have been left a little like saying that it has happened here, and version 4.5.3, and the update has to be fat. I don't know what happened. I really don't. Let's give update alt to update everything. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was something they left behind, something they saw, or some feedback. A feedback that someone has sent is saying, hey, here's something missing, here's something, I don't know. I don't know the truth. I don't know. Let's see it now. Let's see it now when it's updated, because I think it's some feedback or something that they've seen, or that update yesterday. When they launched it, or launched it the day before yesterday, I don't know what day they launched it, what was the day before yesterday, or Thursday they launched it, but they have seen something that has failed. So they have made another update again. I think that may be the reason. I don't know that I have two updates 2 days in a row. That is, yesterday I update, and today it asks me for another update. Something's been left in the inkwell, something's been missed, okay? Anyway, I tried it a little yesterday and it goes well. What I missed was that in the main menu, there was some motion direct button with character interaction characters, with Pro, with Excel, which is what the 8.5 update is based on. If I saw that inside the menu, there was a little snap button. Now the snap is inside you had to go to before. EDI properties, and in the properties activate the snap. Now the snap is within our workspace in the main tools. It is above. Now we will see if they have not removed it, because maybe this update is to remove it because something has failed. Okay, data, let's do a sync. Eight 8.5 is still there, but already with an update that has been made. Okay, let's open iCloud open, and let's wait for it to open iCloud. Here we have iCloud to see if we miss any updates. Yeah, we're there. Okay, here we have inside prop, in template, inside prop, we have MD Pro, or that is direct motion prop. Are these pros still the same as we had yesterday? That is, it has not changed in the toolbar. Do we see it? Here we have the snap. We have an agrip snap. A snap to what is the pivot point? The Cartesian axis, snap object bone. Bone, it seems to me, I imagine snap object to the vertex and snap object to the face. Okay, I've tried this, the vertex theme, not me. I miss that when you select an object. That object, you can take the snap to the top or take it to C. I'll explain. Look, let's go to Content Pack Proc. Let's go, for example, to Item. Because in Pack, there are many things that disappear in prop blocks. Apply, okay, me. For example, if I give snap here, I really miss that. For example, if you say snap to vertex, that we would have the power to be able to select the vertices, okay? Because see here, it's doing nothing. It's doing nothing at the top. Maybe we should start modifying and changing now. Okay, do you see it now? Yeah, he's done it now if he's done it now. I, for example, would like to go to this point, but I want to see it from the front now. There, now yes. Okay, see, can I change to the vertices? It makes me to the one we have selected. Okay, there I, for example, go here, and it goes to the center of the object within the view that we have from, if I, for example, give it to middle in middle. There you see it goes to the central point of our object. Okay, I think I'm getting it a little better, but you have to interact with the point, the pivot point. The pivot is worth it. You have to interact with it to be able to work with the snap. It's okay to have it, of course. Because if you see the snap and you see that it doesn't work for you, I didn't know it was more or less, I was watching it yesterday. I say this has to be with, to see how I explain it. This has to be linked to the pivot, to the pivot. It's not like 3D programs, like 3D Max, for example. You select the vertex and bam, and you go, okay, to the snap of the next vertex. This one, you don't have to play with this. And then with the view, you go to from. There now you play with your eyes and you play them. You see it now, okay? Now let's take a snap at the face to face. Now we have a face, okay? One has done a very strange thing here. Let's tell him my environment, see how it changes now. For example, let's see what he's doing here. It changes there too. There it changes. As we have to work with what the pivot is. And working with the views in the kind of views we want us to have in the snap, okay? Let's remove the snap. Let's remove this. I think the update has to go more towards the motion director. Let's go to TMD motion director, motion control. We don't have any characters selected. we have here in the panels of the media, direct motion control, direct motion. The animation bay is okay. Here we have the various settings. These are the bays that you can put in animations, okay? And here are the F1, F2, F3, F4 keys that we can interact with the veil data setting animations. Since we don't have anything selected right now, since we don't have this active. Okay, and Motion Director Tiger, this is the way in which we can visualize our character, where the camera placement we want to have is worth the modes and the transition is worth the porphone. MD control, we are going to bring a character, we are going to custom content, actor, character, own characters. Let's see this character, we are going to apply it, which I want to do with characters that are not within iCloud, which are my own characters, to see if it works well with all the characters when you have the character. Okay, look, here is one of the modifications within the mobile phone we already have in the modification of our character. We already have one of the updates that wasn't there yesterday, the motion director setting. What is MD prop? What interaction does it have with props? This has to be studied, this doesn't, but I imagine it will be which prop or which prop team this character interacts with. This was no longer this yesterday. Ebit and character creator. Let's remove it, we suppress it, we suppress it. I already said it was 111 hairs old. I already said, I say the hair weighs a lot and it is not the hair I have ever seen. I can imagine. Now you will see how now the character moves perfectly differently. Okay, we're going to go to high content. We're going to put a high inside the high Afro pack. We're going to give it a perfect application. Now let's go to the scene. We select our battery, our character. There is one battery left from a group. We return it to iCloud. We have the character selected. Yes, we return to iCloud. Look in character creator at the resolution that has lowered the triangles. How did he get down? Okay, now let's go to iCloud. We go back to iCloud. We open iCloud. We say that he has a level 16 export. Motion is that he has no animations. I mean, I don't care. Anyway, we're going to give one perfect ID. What it has gone, what it has done, has been to export the character animation, the credit. Okay, perfect. We already have our character here. Now we are going to go to content. We are going to save it, battery. We are going to tell it to be another battery tutorial, for example, perfect battery tutorial. We give OK and we save it. Why am I doing this? Because I'm going to open the scene. We delete from the scene with the Supreme key delete. Let's go to custom content tutorial projects street. We are going to apply because we are going to open this street. No, I don't want to save the project. I have created this street for this tutorial. Values message inside custom character. Own character, this video clip that has to pass battery tutorial we give you to apply. Well, to activate the motion director, it's very simple. We go to motion control. We have our character, battery, we have generate. Microdata, which here are the dates that we are going to record this character to be able to have the animations and scenes. Okay, let's go my IMD. Let's go MD, baby. We don't have any MD. This is an old man. This is an athlete. Let's go to a casual war. This is a casual baby. Female. Female casual to male. Okay, this one, let's go to add ID. This is important to be able to move it. One ID of character matter. Let's go to M control. Here we have the M, the direct motion, the control. In which we are going to control how we can control it with the mouse, with the keyboard, or with a gamepad. If we have a gamepad connected, we give it here and we select it, and we are going to give it to start now, and our battery character is already in its white color. If it were in red, it is because it does not have one ID of material. Okay, we are going to give it to start. Vale, hay que activar el Character Fob Contact, December Active, Snap Tool, Surface y Función OK. I think the character doesn't like the snaps very much, huh? Let's move with him. Let's go with Alt. Let's go with Alt and right button. We score a personal point, but we don't have it selected. He's looking at the phone. See? If we, for example, mark our character to come closer for you to see, you see that our character has a white border around it and changes color. Okay? It gets a little more with more luminosity. Well, we right click, okay, click with the left mouse button and see that I know we can now activate. We see that we have our character active right now, okay? And we can interact with those with the object you have selected. We can interact with that same object. We save it, we left click it again. On the character, we highlight it, and here we have the radial menu with which we can interact with him. Look at the time, we select OK. The click doesn't work. It doesn't work with the snap. It doesn't work. You have to deactivate it. Snap, OK. We see it's in red. That's because it's not working. We have to deactivate the snap on the radio in the program. We can have here, we also have the menu that we see on the left side of our screen. We have a menu of the action that our character is performing. Do we select, are we going to have it interact with the cigar? Have you picked up the cigar? We reselect our character. Now it will interact with the cigar. The radial menu shows the actions our character can perform with the object in his hand. Now he's smoking perfectly. We activate our character again and instruct him to keep it or throw it away. On the left side of our screen, we see the actions our character is performing. We can turn it off and interact here on this same screen by selecting again. We kept the cigar or threw it away. He threw it away. We return to the menu, and now here we can interact with the character. Now we're interacting with the character, just the character. Are you playfully thinking right now? Here we have a pause in a kind of opacity, an opaque button with an opacity so we can give play or give pause to our motion director. Okay. Again, radial menu. We go back to exit the radial menu. We activate it again with the left mouse button character. And now we are going to exit the direct motion. We give stop, and we have already left the direct motion. And we are going to tell him what we are going to exact motion control to connect. Now let's see if it acts. Okay, it doesn't act. However, if we give W, if it acts and walks perfect, we are going to stop. Because here we see that the mouse has been deactivated. I mean, we are going to hit star. Now we are going to hit Alt. And now, yes, with Alt left mouse button, we can now move our character in our scene and decide the point where we want him to go, for him to move to the point we want him to move. Let's go in here, come in here, climb the step. Perfect. Now I want whatever comes here to come here, and be careful. Here I want you now, right button. Here you are looking at the mobile phone. I can get closer with the mouse wheel. Now, since we are sending a message, now we are in the interaction of the message. It tells us here. I look again at the perfect mobile phone. Such is already talking on the phone here in this small menu. This is in this window. Tells us what it is that you are interacting at this moment in the scene. Finish, it has already finished. Come on, keep it. And now we're going to cross the sidewalk, the street. Sorry, we are going to tell you that we want our character with the go button, the select button, and art. We are going to mark a point that we want our perfect character to go. Let's get closer because it's too far away. Here we have the speed level, okay? We can change it if we want it to go slower. This is for me to make the leap, but we have it on the menu. If we take it from the radio menu, do we also have the option with the numbers? We have numbers next to it that are the performances that our character is going to do. Can we do this numerically? Without needing to open the radio menu, use 1, 2, 3 on the numeric keypad and our character acts. Jump with 3. I remove 4, look at the arrow exactly on 5. Look at 4 o'clock again, you see, we can be interacting. 5, look, he's nervous about the time not coming. 6, he's thoughtful, hesitating. 5, there we look again at the time we can work, see? If not, I don't know if you find the meaning of the motion director. We can make animations and with the transitions of our character. That you interact as if you were in real life. Okay, let's stop him so he goes back to the sidewalk. There, it has gone up perfect. Let's tell him to look here. Oh, here, this is worth it, and this is going to be a lot. Oh, perfect. There I want it to be. Why can I animate? Why can I move with the mouse like that? Because I don't have it inside microdata. See? Here are the dates you are recording. Okay, color settings. Let's go to M Baby or M Tiger. Okay, here we have the camera view. Okay, we can switch. Here, and it comes out to us. Location, camera 1, camera 2, camera 3. We can change the cameras there. That comes out camera 3, camera 4, camera 3. It doesn't save it for us. I should save it before I think we should create it here. Are we going to block this chamber? Okay. Here's the mode we have. The casual, we don't have any more modes. The IMD, which is the one we have put. The male casual man. And here we have the mix of perfumes that we can work on. Okay, we have 1, which is the jump, 2, the trick. 2, let's hit 2. There you see how 4 pullover cigarettes interact right there we are working on. Now the cigarette has been activated and we can now interact with the cigarette. Okay, let's stay here. We have this menu that is the same as this is worth. We leave, we go to motion, emotion, direct control. We give it stop. Then we will talk about this, that the direct motion we are going to give it read. Because we have had to have a tool that I have barely touched, and it is a very good tool for doing scenes and doing animations. I'm going to do a lot of scenes with this system. Here we have a setting control, a control for it to follow an automatic patch so that it makes an animation or interacts with characters within a frame or a mesh, a mesh, something that we place. And it's an area in which the characters interact. Okay, it's the object forum, look at an object, And these are what the macro replay is. It's okay to make the macro replay that we have the macros here, the data, okay? Here we have the recordings that have been made 909 seconds, 45 seconds, 169 seconds that we can save. It's worth putting it away, and now we can catch. And tell him here to create a clip. Once he has finished making the clip, we can go to our timeline. In the timeline, we open it. And here we have within our character, we already have the animation that we can give to play. And we will see how our character acts with the recording that we have made within Motion Director. We can see the camera. To see how he acts, he doesn't record camera movement because this is a preview, huh? No camera selected now. We see the character walk. We place it there. Go to the start again to see all animation. We are going to expand the field camera preview. We open, we give it play, and now we say we are going to expand our entire timeline. We are going to tell it a click collect. This is to make our animation that we have right now in the timeline. We can take it or record it in our animation library, our Motion Plus library, or normal motion library, or do animation mixes. This is what we can do to the actions we can perform when we make a collect clip. Okay, the most usual thing is to save it in the motion library, in our characters animation library, not within the characters, within the animation library, which we can then use with any other software, okay? Imagine that I wanted to make an animation of the entire process of taking out the cigar, lighting it, putting it away. We can do it this way. That is, then once we already have it, that compilation of animations, we can take it, export it as a motion, and apply it to any character. Okay? Well, this is College Click. Well, we are going to close our timeline, both our timeline, and as we have, we are going to position the camera. Since we already have our recording made, we could already delete this animation. This animation is already deleted because we already have it recorded in our timeline. Well, we are now going to work and finally to leave this video, this tutorial here, so as not to make it longer. We are going to work on assets and props of the Motion Director library. They are assets and props that we can interact with our character. We are going to go to the content. We are going to take what the Asila prop is. We are going to apply it. We already have it in our scene. And we are going to take it to the place where we want our character within the scene to interact with that Asila or for example, a bank. Here we have the banks on the scene. Let's put our chair and well placed in its place. We place it in the position we want our character to be in. We get well. We zoom to also make a zoom so that there are no longer spaces between the object and the character. We're going to scale it up so it more or less covers our probe. There, that is his position. Then the assets and the pros that are in blue. This is rent. That does not come out in the final returns. Okay? That is not there. They don't come out. That is, there is no problem. We can leave them or even hide it. Okay, let's go now and give play. Let's select our character, play motion director. Now we're going to position ourselves so we can see how we can interact, and we give the camera. And now we're going to tell him we're going to leave our character's radio menu. Again, we're going back. I'm doing an animation. Now we are going to select the asset or prop that we have in our scene so that it interacts with it. And we are going to tell you with button, we are going to select with the select tool. We select our chair, our prop. We now tell him in the radio menu that shift down to go sit, our character is worth, and now he sits in the place, and now as he sits, we can select the chair or the character, and we can tell him more, give some orders to the chair, or give some orders to the character. We go back, we give him the character, in the character we tell him. What actions can you create? Can you do? We're going to select the character. We select the character, and now we want you to light your cigarette. We are going to do a lot of tobacco promotion. We are going to see if YouTube doesn't give us a warning. And now within the cigarette, we select the cigarette again. The character that you understand, that our character is interacting with it within an asset that he has in his pre-phone. Reforman has two menus, both the character and the asset, and if the asset is also within the scene, it is a prop that has another type of animation, another animation menu. Okay, they're independent. Right now we have three menus. We have both the character, the cigarette, and the chair. Okay, so you understand it on a radio, and now we are going to get up. We stand up because we are interacting with him. With him, with the asset of the chair, we have the chair and the charast upstairs. Now we say lift, and we lift our character, and with Alt and left mouse button, we mark a point, and our character is going to walk towards that perfect point with our scene, okay? Well, that's all. We're going to close, we're going to stop, we're going to change, we're going to save custom projects in the Street Tutorials project. We tell you yes, okay. Well, with this video, we have seen the most basic part of the motion director. That is, what is the interaction with the direct motion with the radio menu, how we can interact and how we can make basic animations within a character who is on the street. Okay, and then we also have, we've seen the option, how can we interact with the pros or with the assets within that same scene with that same character. Okay, we will advance in the next videos and tutorials because we are going to work a lot with Motion Direct so that we learn quite well how to work with Motion Direct and how to adjust all these types of animations. Thank you very much for watching this video. I recommend, if you can like it, no, it's free, subscribe, it's free. And if you want to have more options, such as the food carton course and the icon course, and also asset and enter, and be able to work and be able to play with the games or with the virtual experiences that I am uploading only for members. On my channel, you can become members with a modest price of $4.99. It seems to me that there is the price that I have set one, just so that it is optional for everyone, okay? That you can all become members and enjoy exclusive content for you. Okay. It even goes, I'm going to upload all the assets. You will see a lot of assets that you are going to see within the tutorials, that those assets are many people. Then in the end you hear, where did you get those assets? Well, well, become a member and you can have access to all the assets that I am going to work on within these videos. This series of motion director videos. Thank you very much and see you in the next video.